Raggities, what is up? How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? If you're new here, I am Raina Swan, aka your new book bestie, and today I am going to my very first book signing, and I'm super excited. I'm a little nervous because I'm going by myself, but I told myself this year I was going to make a conscious effort of doing more bookish things other than reading, like going to book events and book signings and things like that. So get in, loser, let's go.
The Uber picked me up at 4:15 a.m. and I said, "Get me to the church on time." It's definitely, I'm very excited to be here, and as most of you know, Sacramento is my hometown. I see some of my favorite people in the entire world in the audience today, which is very, very special to me myself. And so I went away and I wrote Forget Me Not. When she came back, we said, let's try to sell Forget Me Not first, because everyone's been to a wedding. Not everyone has played cello sexually. so not yet. But basically, I had thrashers written before all of this. So if Forget Me Not didn't sell, we would have started trying to sell thrashers. So I would have possibly came out as a YA debut author in the first place, and would have maybe transitioned up into contemporary romance, which is what Susan's doing. Nothing is confirmed yet to have more books, but we're waiting to see how well Thrashers does and what the response has been. But you guys have been so loud and so lovely about how much you love this book, and I just really appreciate that. But I intend to continue this series, and we will just see at what point that can happen.
I'm nervous.
Okay, so that was fun. Everything moved so quickly. Everything worked out really, really well. When I first got there, I was a little nervous, but Maddie walked up and she was like, "Oh, is this the line for the book signing?" I said, "Yeah, girl." I was like, "Are you by yourself?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I am too." And so instantly we just clicked, and we kept each other company throughout the day, or the time that we were there. She shared some book recs with me, I shared some book recs with her, and it was just good having her there, and so I didn't have to feel too alone. I do think that the experience would have been a little bit better if I didn't go by myself, but everyone was super chill, and me and another person on the side of me, the person I was sitting next to, we had a little kiki moment, because when it came to asking Julie questions, like the Q&A session where we can ask her questions, they were like, okay, they only picked 5 people. First of all, I feel like that was crazy. And they were like, okay, last question. And I had my hand raised or whatever, Oh, girl, they looked past me, girl. But that was fine or whatever. I was just like, okay, whatever. I didn't really want to speak nowhere. I was a little bit nervous or whatever. So I was like, whatever. The person behind me, in the very, very back, she gonna ask, from a Swiftie to a Swiftie, what is one Taylor Swift song that embodies the Thrashers? And the person next to me was like, oh my God, She was like, and I looked at her, she looked at me, I said, I know damn well she didn't waste the last question on that bullshit. And we were just laughing for like a good 2 minutes because I'm like, all these people raising their hands and you wasted the last question on that? Oh, we was annoyed. We was irritated. So anyways, they were like, okay, you guys are gonna line up, you're gonna get, the VIP members to, come to the front, and y'all can take y'all pictures first, blah blah blah, general admission, y'all stand over there somewhere, get out our face, whatever. They didn't say that, but they're just like, get y'all asses to the back. So me and Maddie were in line, we were just chatting. She's telling me about her experience at this YA book festival, and I didn't even know that was a thing. That's how so far removed I am from bookish spaces and events and stuff. So she was like, yes, every year. She was telling me about her crazy experiences, and I was like, oh my God, next year I'm going to Santa Monica. I'm going to this festival. I don't care. So after hearing that experience, it was our turn to take our pictures and things. Julie and Susan, they were very welcoming and warm. I did personally feel like they rushed my interaction. Like Maddie went first. Maddie, chatted a little bit with them or whatever. They was laughing and kikiing for a good 60 seconds, and then Maddie took her picture, and she walked off, and I was like, okay, I walk up. I was like, hi. I gave Julie a hug, and it was kind of like one of those hugs that she kind of gave me, and I was coming in because I feel like our culture, most of us are huggers. We're very affectionate, so I'm thinking I'm about to come in for an embrace, what I'm saying, like, hey girl, how you doing? But she was just kind of like, and I was like, oh, okay, some people are not huggers, some people are kind of iffy about hugging people they don't know, whatever. I was just like, okay, whatever. And so I walked up to Susan. I was like, hi. And Susan was like, hey. And I was like, I'm so sad you lost your voice. And she was like, I know. And the camera person was like, okay, 1, 2, 3. And I was like, God damn, I just walked up. I didn't even get to say nothing to Julie. And I was just like, okay. Had my little book, my little raggedy book. I was like, and I gave him a little pose, whatever. And that was it. That was the interaction. It was a nice interaction. I'm like, damn, I felt rushed. So after that, I just kind of walked off, and then I walked with Maddie, and we were like, oh, that's so cool, blah, blah, blah. We exchanged Instagrams. So I was like, I'll see you online, girl. And then that was it. That was the day, y'all. That was the interaction. Everything was super nice. I wish they would have been on a stage so that we could see Julie's face, and because she's very funny. She has a great sense of humor, and I would have loved to be able to see her, but because I was sitting so far in the back, I couldn't see. But overall, I would say if I had to rate the experience, I would give it 4 stars. And now, I don't know what I'm about to do. I guess I'll just go read somewhere. I need to go get my nails done now that I'm talking about it. I think that's what I'll go to. I'll just go get my nails done while I'm out. Hopefully my nail lady is not busy because these need to be done. Yeah, that was my experience. I'm looking forward to many more book signing experiences and supporting these local authors. And yeah, a time was had. I'm glad I came because honestly, I did not want to come. I hella went on Eventbrite and was looking up the refund policy, and that shit said I would have had to request a refund 7 days before the event. So with that being said, I am glad I came. No complaints other than I wish they would have been on a stage, but other than that, I had a good time. My biggest takeaway is that I need to be at the YA book convention. That is my biggest takeaway. My second biggest takeaway is that I need to get off this phone and use my GPS because I don't know where I'm going. what street is this? Okay, yeah, anyway. I'm also still reading Demon's Dream, urban fiction, An Unexpected Love. Unexpected for sure. I'm not gonna lie. You know, every other chapter, I'm like, I'm rooted for Damien, aka Demon. Another chapter, I'm like, I can't get with this toxicity. But I'm always Team Smoke over here, okay, baby? But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. I'm 50% in. And I be needing breaks because I'm just like, nothing should ever be this freaking long. Nothing. Y'all done found the freeway. Look at me. See? I ain't need no GPS. I am the GPS. Okay. There is some scenes in this book that are not triggering because I haven't gone through domestic violence or anything like that, but just because of the type of person I am a no nonsense type of person when it comes to friendships, relationships, or anything like that. Like literally, it is, before I got married, there was a you might as well run the light. You in the middle of the damn street. There we go. Thank you. There were a few chances where I allowed people to spin the block, and if they spun the block and I accepted them back in, it had been a long time between the incident that made me cut them off or whatever. So I'm not a forgive and forget type of person. Like, I never was the type to just put up with nonsense or whatever. So to read about Demon and how he treats Dream in this book pisses me off, because I'm like, I don't care how fine you is, I don't care how good you are in bed, like none of that ever mattered to me, because there is always a line of niggas waiting for Big Mama. That's how I always felt. I've always felt like that. Like, who you talking to? You can't be talking to me. So it's just like reading this character and seeing my bookish friends go crazy over this man that is so disrespectful. I be asking them, like, are y'all okay? And they be like, are you Team Demon? Definitely not. Definitely not. And they're like, but he went through so much. He has childhood trauma, and he just, you have to finish it to understand. I'm at the point where I get it, okay? But baby, we all done been through some stuff, and you don't see me getting physical, talking to you crazy, stealing your stuff. He didn't steal his stuff, but I'm just saying my mama was a thief, so that probably would transfer to me. But I wasn't doing none of that. I don't do none of that, okay? So yeah, a lot of the stuff, I just think like the reason why I'm Team Smoke and not Team Damien / aka Demon is because I don't be putting up with shit. I don't. Well, of course I don't now, because I'm married to Marcus, and me and Marcus, we don't talk to each other crazy. Like, our conflict resolution style when there is a conflict is to give each other space to calm down. Then we come back, and if the issue is big enough, we'll address it in a calm conversation, and we work to both see each other's points of view. Not listening to respond, but listening to understand. Now, if I see Marcus cleaning and like cleaning the apartment, he's not speaking, he's not saying nothing, I know he's mad. Give him space. He'll either get over it tomorrow, or he'll still be mad and he'll come and he'll talk to me about it. Or no, he wants to be mad, he'll calm down, but he'll come and talk to me if there's a big issue or whatever. If I'm mad, I don't wait, but I do change my approach and how I choose to deliver my conflict. So, I don't even know how we got to this topic, y'all. I was in here talking about the Thrashers and my little book signing situation. But, yeah, that's a little reading update, a little personal gem or whatever. Listen to understand, not to respond. And that's all I got on that. I'm almost at the nail salon and my phone is about to die. And typically while I'm at the nail salon, I like to listen to my audiobook. I do not have any headphones. I hope nobody's at this nail salon because I'm ready to be in and out. I'm saying, look, change my shape, and not only change my shape, just give me one freaking color. I don't want to be here. Girl. Why are you talking about she can't do my nails today? Girl, do you see these fingers? I'm about to go somewhere else. Like, you ain't about to have me out here looking crazy. Talking about come back tomorrow. I said, girl, tomorrow is Mother's Day. She said, I know. And you think I want to spend Mother's Day in a nail salon? Well, I don't even want to be here to begin with. Okay, y'all. So, it's a whole different day. I do have a little book mail. It was supposed to be 2 books, but Amazon has really been showing their ass lately. All these delivery services, they've been moving real slow. I ordered a bunch of stuff like 2 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting on it. So, anywho, we won't get into that. I got The Light on Hazley Street by Vanessa Miller. Vanessa Miller is the same author who wrote What We Found on Hallelujah, which is a family drama that I ate up. Yum, yum, yum. It was really good. So I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure I need to check out her other books in her catalog. So I ordered this one, and then I downloaded another book on her on Libby, and that is called Something Good. So I'm going to be trying to finish the 2 books that I have not finished in her catalog. And yeah, so let's get into what this book is about. In the summer of 1985, Lisa Whitaker is a church kid headed to college on a scholarship while her best friend Dana is floundering in the wake of her mother's latest eviction. Though Lisa tries to help, their paths diverge. 15 years later, Lisa has a beautiful family and is stepping into her dream job as the director of a social services organization. Everything is going right until her future is snatched away by identity theft. Her life begins to unravel, and Lisa wants nothing more than to see the woman responsible pay for her crimes. When she was a teenager, Dana Jones always felt alone in this world. Her mother was addicted to drugs, her boyfriend was entering a life of crime, and it seemed Dana, too, was heading down the wrong path. The only bright light was her friendship with Lisa. Now in the new millennium, Dana finally gives herself permission to dream, to believe she is stepping into better days. But then the betrayal of their friendships comes to light. It will take a lifetime to forgive the destruction that youthful summer in Bed-Stuy set in motion. In this latest story from beloved author Vanessa Miller, 2 girls from the Bed-Stuy neighborhood in Brooklyn, New York, find their paths have been moving together by the love of community and a friendship that is tested by time, betrayal, and unforgiveness. Okay, so given that synopsis, I really feel like Lisa probably was trying to talk to Dana's boyfriend at the time while they were friends, and then later on down the line, Dana is going to find out that her supposed best friend, who she now no longer has connections with because they're like so far apart now, tried to, get with her man or got with her man. And so then Dana is going to steal that lady identity, and then Lisa is gonna find out and she's gonna be heartbroken and she's gonna be like, girl, why did you do it? Why did you do it? And Danny gonna be like, because you slept with Ricky. Or is that bad name? Yeah, it don't say his name, but because you slept with Ricky. And then Lisa gonna be like, oh no, girl, I'm sorry, but girl, you didn't have to steal my identity. And then it's just like, but girl, you always been so good. You know, you had a good life. I just wanted a good life like you. And Lisa's gonna be like, well, I was jealous of you because I never really had true love like you and Ricky. And then Danny gonna be like, well, I was jealous of you because I never really had a mom and stuff. And you always had your stuff together. And then Lisa gonna be like, oh girl, da da da. And then Danny gonna be like, da da da. And they gonna be like, I'm sorry. And she gonna be like, I'm sorry. And they gonna hug it out. I think that's how the book gonna go. But you know, you never know. It could be more complex than that. I'm hoping. I'm hoping it is. This is gonna be a messy ride. I am getting back into my more messy books. All this thriller, killer, bang, bang, pow, pow. I am tapped out. I just want a nice family messy ride. Okay, you guys are having a really good day, a really good weekend. I hope you guys are getting all your rest and all the love you deserve, because with the way this world is looking, we all deserve a little treat. Okay, all of us. So you know what I'm saying, go out and go to the dollar store. That's my favorite little treat store. Go to the dollar store, buy you a new little cup, get you some snacks or something, you know, get you a little notebook, something real cute, you know. They might even have a nice little book or two that you might like in your neighborhood Dollar Tree. So yeah, do something that you wouldn't normally do on a Sunday or on a weekend. And just remember to be kind to yourself, you guys, okay? We got enough stuff beating us down. We don't need you adding on to yourself, okay? Anywho, I will see you guys in another video. Thank you guys for always watching and supporting me. I really appreciate it. Trying to get my numbers up. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, okay? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.